can't believe it. I can't believe it. Football, bloody hell.
Welcome back to FPL Bloody Hell. It's been one of those seasons. Every time I think I'm trying something good, it turns out and goes to hit me in the ass. I think a lot of managers can say that about game week 11. बहुत ही मतलब गंदा गेम वीक रहा, एकदम ही बदतर से बदतर। बट लेकिन काफ़ी मैनेजर को ऐसा हुआ है, तो इसलिए रैंक गेन या रैंक फॉल ज़्यादा नहीं हुआ रहेगा। सब मैनेजर्स के लिए रैंक गेन ज़्यादा रहेगा, ऑब्वियसली इफ़ यू हैड अ स्कोर ऑफ एनीवेयर फ्रॉम 38 to 40। बाकी सबका इतना लाइक मी 1.4 से 1.6 मिलियन, ज़्यादा कुछ गिरा नहीं है। ये अभी वीक में हम बात करेंगे या एपिसोड में बात करेंगे कैप्टनसी एसेंशियल प्लेयर्स बिकॉज ऑफ इंजरीज टू मेडिसिन पॉसिबली एट साका एज वेल। साका का अभी एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस आएगा, आई थिंक इन आर एंड हाफ। तब तक तो वीडियो रिकॉर्ड हो जाएगा, लेकिन आई मेक श्योर दैट आई गिव यू अ ऑप्शन ऑफ इफ साका स्टार्ट्स, इफ साका डजंट स्टार्ट एक्सेट्रा, क्या करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए। रिमेंबर दैट डेडलाइन इज 4:30 PM on Saturday 11th November इंडिया टाइम वो है। एंड there's an international break after that, which is why मेरे पास दो फ्री ट्रांसफर है, and I'll let's see what we can do with those two free transfers. Before we go ahead, make sure you hit on that subscribe button और ये वीडियो पे लाइक छोड़ना। सो गेम वीक 11 का क्विक रिव्यू करेंगे। ऑब्वियसली pretty much a lot of managers आपका स्क्वाड ऐसे ही रहा होगा। 28 पॉइंट्स ओवरऑल, 2 पॉइंट्स, 0.2 इन द बैंक, 2 फ्री ट्रांसफर्स, ठीक है। कैश गेब्रियल उडोगी -4, यार क्या ही बोलो, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू टॉक अबाउट दिस। यू आर होपिंग उडोगी स्टार्ट्स एंड देन ही डज दिस। Palmer, the only savior, 12 pointer. Bowen, Son, Saka, Salah, Haaland, Watkins. I mean, imagine the debate was Watkins, Salah, Haaland में से who will score more and all of them blanked. And I don't know, a long time कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ है, ऐसे गेम में कि all the captains have blanked so badly. Not a bad team on paper at all. Looks like a good team prepared to go into this fixture. Lascelles and Archer on the bench. If you can see 9 points वहाँ पे. I think I made a mistake. Should have just played Lascelles over Udogi. I had a feeling कि if Udogi starts and if he's fit, uh, Chelsea will have a bad game. I feel कि the red card kind of ruined everything for Romero and for Spurs वहाँ से, right? So this is what my team is अभी for game week 12. Gabriel, Lascelles, Cash is fit as of now. He was on the bench midweek Europa में, ठीक है। Palmer, Bowen, Son, Saka, Salah, Watkins, and Haaland. दो फ्री ट्रांसफर है, लॉट्स टू थिंक अबाउट फॉर मी। इधर वन फ्री ट्रांसफर एंड बैंक द अदर वन। साका इंजर्ड है तो यूज बोथ। इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक है, टेम्पटेशन इज टू गो विद टू फ्री ट्रांसफर्स इनटू गेम वीक 13। गेम वीक 13 में फिक्सचर्स भी फ्यू बिग टीम्स प्ले अगेंस्ट ईच अदर, राइट? सो आई टॉक मोर अबाउट इट वहाँ पे। Captaincy is right now on Salah, and I think it should remain on Salah. I'm not fully sure. Flecken is also injured. Kakosha aega. Will it be good? Anfield, Salah has returned. Embu also has returned, but I feel ki Salah is a good option there. That being said, obviously after United and City looking dominant, Haaland could score. He's fit again himself. Chelsea are not that good. The only reason I feel Chelsea ne goal mara because of the high line that Spurs were playing. Otherwise, they would have struggled. Um, so Haaland's not a bad captaincy shot, but that more about that later. So what can I do in terms of transfers and how do I prepare? So let's go with the option key. I use one free transfer, which mainly Udogi out रहेगा वहाँ पे. So Ariola obviously remains in goal. Poor decision. Sam Johnston I took out wildcard में, and Johnston is absolutely killing it यार दोस्तों. He is at 49 points now, tied with Allison. I missed his 9 pointer. I got a few returns from after that. The only reason I took out Johnson, honestly, यार पैसा नहीं था to get in all the players that you can see, right? To keep Saka, to keep Watkins, to keep Salah, Son, Bowen, which is why I had to sacrifice Trippier and Johnson वहाँ पे. Anyway, talking about the free transfer, वहाँ पे you can see I've taken out Udogi and gotten Gehi right now. Speaking of how Palace have been tight defensively from the start, ठीक है? Everton, Luton, West Ham, Bournemouth. I think 3 out of these 4 fixtures अच्छे ही है. फिर लिवरपूल, मैन सिटी टफ, ब्राइटन, चेल्सी, ब्रेंटफोर्ड. सो आई फील कि टिल हियर आई कैन कीप अ प्लेयर. 4.6, so that gives me 0.1 in the bank. Outside of these, I am not very certain of any clean sheet, right? There's a lot of call about Harry Maguire. Most likely will start at 4.2. Um, United is playing Luton. Good shout for a clean sheet. Maybe, but it's United. United fan हूँ guys, आपको मालूम है. लेकिन यार, so Luton Everton 2 गेम आते हैं, but then it's Newcastle, Chelsea. I'm not 100% convinced. Uh, दूसरा option so that is one option is Crystal Palace, one option is Maguire. The other option is again doubling up on Newcastle and going for Livramento and Lascelles. Problem is just Chelsea home. Maybe I can see draw 0-0, 1-0 win. United could be the same, or both of them could concede, and though Newcastle players could be a poor call. I was very bullish on Simicast last week. किसी ने मुझे पूछा था 2 week पहले कि would you go for Simicast? If I was doing it 2 weeks back, I would have. I said he will mostly start 3 or 4 out of the next 6 games in the Premier League. ठीक है? He's missed one already. He came off at halftime, so I feel he could start again right now. I don't think he'll just play Gomez throughout. Simicast still remains a good pick. But I'm looking at just now saving money and looking at upgrading players elsewhere. Maybe I will look at, if I'm going budget wise, Livramento or Gehi. Obviously, Maguire is the biggest budget pick there at 4.2, 0.3 more saved for me. Lekin, these are my thoughts on using one free transfer and, benching the other. Rolling the other into the international break. What if Saka is also injured? Dipping into my bench, Udogi to Gehi, Udogi to Maguire. Okay? I start Gabriel, Cash, Lascelles, Maguire or Gehi. Gabriel, Cash, Lascelles and Gehi or Maguire. That's 4 defenders. Salah, Palmer, Son, Bowen. That's 4 attackers. Watkins, Haaland. Palmer against City, not very convincing. I don't know if I'll be comfortable with a 4-4-2. I could maybe see if Saka, I can just keep him and still roll the transfer. Okay? But I feel कि यार 8.5 on the bench. Then I might consider. देखो, Mbeumo has got tough fixture versus Liverpool and Arsenal. Mitoma was a good pick too for me. Lekin problem is that Brighton have a lot of injuries of their own abhi. Defensively, Brighton have a lot of injuries right now, which are kind of putting me off Brighton players. ठीक है? Estopinian came on, went off. Dunk same, doubtful. Lamptey out. Lot of pressure on the attacking line to play. Milner, versatile player, out. A lot of pressure on current team to deliver. And Brighton struggle कर रही है to kind of. Mitoma and Fati are getting those returns, but as a team they're kind of struggling to gel and get the results. In the last 5 games, as you can see, 3 draws and 2 losses against Fulham, Everton. Tough games, but against Fulham and Everton also didn't get the results, right? So Sheffield at home, in that case, is an easier run of fixture, and so is Nottingham next week. Problem is, I'm not 100% convinced कि यार that's the 2 free transfers I'd want to make. Let's say I get Mitoma in for Saka. वहाँ पे it leaves me with 2.3 in the bank. I'm very tempted then, if I'm getting a free transfer and if Saka is going out, to get in Trippier and keep that as an option. My only problem is Trippier के लिए I'm 0.1 short. In that case, I'm really not sure what I want to do, right? I can then take out cash because on the high and the next thing, game week 13 के बाद Spurs, Bournemouth, City, Arsenal, Brentford. Okay, Sheffield is good, but then United, not the best of fixtures till game week 19. So cash out is an option there. So I believe कि यार साका ना खेलने या खेलने पे बहुत डिपेंडेंट करता है कि if I use my second transfer or no. But these are just my thought outs there. Essentially, I feel Mitoma just at 6.5, and the fact that he still has the easier fixtures is a better pick for me over Mbeumo. But Mbeumo, you can see our return मार रहा है even in tough fixtures. Long term मुझे लगता है Mbeumo अच्छा लग रहा है, लेकिन I think Mitoma, if you're trying to save cash like me, is the option there. Apart from these, what are good players to look at? Is Gordon still good to look at? Not a very bad option, right? Gordon has been a good option. I have kept away from him because I was structuring my team a little differently in terms of how I want my Newcastle players. Gordon is still 5.7. Got the only game, a goal against Arsenal in the last game. Bournemouth away, could easily do well here. Mostly Wilson might not play, ठीक है. Chelsea वहाँ पे could do well again. United, Chelsea, tough fish. But no way you can say that they won't score. But might go out of your way to get them. I think Mitoma is a little better pick with against Sheffield and the other team, right? After that, it's still Spurs, Everton, okay, maybe easy, Fulham, Luton. वापस फिर यहाँ पे Liverpool City आ रहा है. So at 5.7, maybe worth the shout out, 9% on. But maybe यार Mitoma, Mbeumo, and maybe just get in Palmer from now, budget enabler. Yes, City and Newcastle tough games, United tough game, but I feel if it might open up avenues for you, maybe you can play a fourth defender अगर आपके पास अच्छा defender है and take a risk over there. Just my thoughts over there. Yeah, those are actually my thoughts in terms of transfer, maybe what to do with a one free transfer, two free transfers, and how to plan ahead. Obviously, Saka nikal ke I want to get Saka back in at one point, but I'm not 100% sure how I can do it. But maybe then I have to get Saka back in around game week 15. Why game week 15? Because as you can see, Arsenal's fixtures are good. They have Brentford, के बाद Fulham, Luton, Villa, Brighton, Liverpool being tough, but then still it is Fulham, Palace, Nottingham again. So Saka could again be a must fit. A differential pick for this week, if you have all these players, you have money in the bank, you're happy with your, I don't know, Arsenal assets. I feel Martinelli at 5.5%, 7.7. Good shout out against Burnley for me. My differential pick of the week वहाँ पे. And looking at the fixtures ahead, maybe if he does well, you will not miss Saka as much. But those are my thoughts about transfers. अभी captaincy के लिए I just feel I already gave you my option. I think Salah, Haaland again a very good shout out there. Son against Wolves, my worry is कि if Madison is again long term out, they have injuries and defensive woes. Is the structure the same? Is Son equally threatening? Not enough for me to worry and remove him this week. Maybe I could अगर जो मुझे थोड़ा last minute tinker करने का मन होता है to make a rank gain because taking Son out would give me an advantage. But I feel maybe one more week I can keep him against Wolves. ठीक है. So I feel in terms of captaincy again it is between Salah and Haaland, and I feel if Chelsea defensively work on and build on last result could make it a little difficult for City. So I feel in that case at home Salah will be a better pick, and he only played half the game midweek against in Europa में ठीक है. So I think Salah is my shout out over there for captaincy. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Sorry, last week there was a problem. There was a glitch with the episode. Wasn't able to upload it, and the live didn't go in on time. So pretty much as not good as not having an episode. Apologize for that. Leave your tips and any other things that you think I have missed in the comments below. Or if you need help with the team, please leave it in the comments below. Our Instagram page is currently deactivated. We're working on that. But you can follow us on MUFCM on Twitter. And you can also follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter, which is almost know it all. And hopefully it'll be a good week. You can make a good positive rank gain, and we'll be smiling into the international break. Best of luck for this game week. See you after the break.